Hello, today's topic is how to avoid challenges during public speaking. And this is pretty simple. If you are not familiar, if you have not experienced lots of public speaking, you're afraid of silly questions or any kind of disturbance like cell phone ringing, people entering and leaving the room, and approaching you while you are in one thinking or in one thought, you are interrupted, so you have to start over. And therefore, there's just one rule to avoid challenges during public speaking, that you, and that's your responsibility, and you are in charge at 100%, that you set up the rules right in the beginning. If you start speaking, you tell people, look, we have, let's say, 1 hour or 2 hours or how long, or one day of your speech or your training, whatever it is, or 10 minutes. Just let them know time is the most valuable good in everybody's life. You cannot buy it, you cannot rewind it. Time is the most valuable good in all people's life. So therefore, we like to get out the most of the available time, and therefore you recommend your audience that they play to the following rules. Please take everyone out your cell phone, switch it off. Then we will have breaks. That means there's no need to leave the room in between. There's enough time to go to the bathroom. You encourage people to hold on to their questions until you open the Q&A, questions and answer session at the end. So you're lining out the way you like to have your public speaking. Therefore, everyone is aware of. And then, after here, it's a very tricky part. After you have lined out your rules, you have to ask the audience if they agree to it. They don't have to sign it or something like that, but they have to at least mentally say yes to your outlined rules. And if they've said yes, it's not necessary to say it out. Maybe just raise their hand who agrees to the agreements. Please raise your hand, something like this. And or just nod your head, that's another option. And those who are not agreeing, please shake your head like this, or raise your hand. And that's even a better one, because people are afraid to out themselves that they are not agreeing, so they don't raise their hands. And then you could put in a little joke and ask who is not raising their hands no matter what I'm asking. So that is opening or ice-breaking technique. So you get all together, very simple, in just like I did. Yeah, I did about 5 minutes, but you can do it really in 1 to 3 minutes. And that's it. It really depends how long your speech is going to be. If it's just 10 minutes, 1 hour, whole day, whole weekend, or whole week training, whatever it is. Of course, there apply different rules, and everyone is different. So you can come up with your own questions or with your own rules. And I just urge you, think about it in advance. And I just sum it up again. Switch out cell phones We will have breaks where you can go to the bathroom, so please stay in the room until the breaks, or please don't bring open drinks that they spill it over the table or the notepad or whatever it is. And if they have questions, please hold on to your questions until the end of the session, and then we have plenty of time to answer the questions. And that's it. And then, again, here's the tricky part. Don't forget it. Ask if people do agree, if your audience is agreeing to your rules. Please raise your hand who agrees. Thank you. You always thank your audience that they are willing to involve. Like raising their hands is one element of having them engaged in the training. They not fall asleep. So really, you have to do the state changes. That's another topic which I'm covering in the future, how you keep your audience live, attentive. Okay, so that's basically it. And again, I hope that was helpful and I was paying attention to your valuable time. That's the reason why I'm not producing long tips or videos, that you just have a quick look, 5 to 10 minutes, and you get out a lot of learning. But last thing, it's easy to understand, but it takes a little more to apply it. So I wish you all the best to apply those little tips, and I bet and I can guarantee that your public speech will be much better if you do those rules setting up, if you set up those rules, or if you just start, because then everybody is doing what they are used to do and you like to avoid it, and therefore you can cover your topic without interruptions, and everybody has a bigger benefit than without the rules. All the best. Bye-bye.